It begins in the middle of the night. You're dreaming. Maybe you're walking through your childhood home or standing in a city you've never seen before. Everything feels both familiar and strange. Suddenly, something shifts. You look at your hands. You realize you're dreaming. The moment hits you like lightning. The colors sharpen. The air around you vibrates. And for the first time, you're not just a character in the dream. You're awake inside of it. This is what's known as lucid dreaming, a state where you know that you are dreaming, and yet the dream continues. But what if I told you it's not just a game of the mind? What if dreams aren't just random stories your brain makes up in the night? What if every dream is a doorway, one that can open into parallel realities? Think back to the times you've dreamt of people you've never met, places you've never been, or entire lives you've never lived. Where do those images come from? Why do they feel so real? Science tells us that dreams are simply the brain's way of organizing memories and emotions. But millions of people across cultures and centuries have experienced something far stranger. Dreams that reveal hidden knowledge, dreams that predict the future, dreams that feel more real than waking life itself. The Tibetans called it dream yoga. Native cultures called it vision walking. Modern psychology calls it lucidity. But the question remains, are these dreams just illusions of the mind? Or are they windows into alternate versions of reality? Lucid dreaming has been studied in sleep labs. Scientists have wired electrodes to the heads of dreamers, asking them to move their eyes in specific patterns once they realize they're dreaming. And astonishingly, the dreamers can do it. They can signal from within the dream, proving beyond doubt that lucidity is real. But that's only the beginning. Once you're lucid, once you are conscious inside the dream, something incredible happens. The laws of physics seem to bend. You can fly. You can walk through walls. You can change the environment with a single thought. It feels like a private universe where you are the creator. But here's the part that makes it even more fascinating. The dream doesn't always behave the way you want it to. You may try to fly and suddenly the sky resists you. You may try to speak with a dream character, and instead of being a hollow figure, they look you in the eye and tell you something you didn't expect. Sometimes they reveal things about your own life you didn't even know you were hiding. Sometimes they tell you secrets that feel as if they come from beyond yourself. Carl Jung, the great psychologist, believed dreams were not just the whispers of the unconscious, but messages from something he called the collective unconscious, a field of knowledge shared by all of humanity and perhaps beyond humanity. If this is true, then every time you enter a lucid dream, you're not just in your head. You're tapping into something much bigger, something that may exist outside of time and space. Think of it like tuning a radio. Normally, our waking mind is locked onto one frequency, the frequency of this physical world. But when we dream, especially when we dream lucidly, the dial shifts. Suddenly, we're picking up signals from other stations. Some of these signals feel familiar, like echoes of our memories, but others feel foreign, as if they belong to another version of us, living in another reality altogether. Have you ever had a dream where you were someone else, living a completely different life? Maybe you were older, maybe younger, maybe in another country or even another world. And yet, in the dream, it all felt natural. It was your life. Could it be that, in that moment, you weren't just imagining, you were actually experiencing the life of a parallel self? Modern physics has begun to whisper similar possibilities. The theory of the multiverse suggests that countless realities may exist alongside our own, each with different versions of us living different lives. Could lucid dreams be the bridge that allows us to step across? Many lucid dreamers report encounters with landscapes and beings that feel far beyond their imagination. Entire cities of impossible architecture, vast cosmic vistas where they float among the stars. Teachers or guides who appear and seem to know more about the dreamer than the dreamer knows about themselves. And here's the part that keeps people wondering. These experiences often come with a clarity, a sharpness, a depth of detail that feels more real than waking life. If the brain is only making things up, why do they feel more profound than the reality we wake up to? Now, let's make this more personal. Imagine you're struggling with a problem in life. Maybe it's a decision you can't make. Maybe it's pain you can't let go of. In a lucid dream, you can walk into that problem directly. You can face it, speak to it, even transform it. People have healed phobias, discovered creative breakthroughs, even received answers to life questions while lucid dreaming. It's as if the dream world is not just a reflection of your mind, but a realm where deeper truths can be revealed. And sometimes what happens there spills into waking life. Artists, musicians, inventors, they've drawn inspiration from lucid dreams. Paul McCartney once said the melody for Yesterday came to him in a dream. Nikola Tesla claimed his inventions were first seen in visions, clear as day, before he built them in the real world. But there's another side. The more you explore lucid dreams, the more you realize they are not always safe playgrounds. Sometimes, when you become lucid, the dream turns against you. Shadows emerge. Figures chase you. The environment collapses. Why? Some say it's because the dream mirrors your fears. Others whisper that not everything you meet in a lucid dream is your own creation. Some believe there are real entities there, beings who live in these other layers of reality, who notice when a human crosses over. Many ancient cultures warned of this. The Aboriginal people of Australia believed in the Dreamtime, a realm more real than waking life, where spirits dwell. To them, dreams weren't fantasy. They were a return to the original world, the one that gave birth to this one. Shamans across the world used lucid dreams to travel, to meet spirits, to heal, to gain wisdom. But they always carried caution, knowing that what you meet there may not always be friendly. So where does that leave us? If lucid dreaming is truly a doorway, then what lies on the other side depends on how you walk through it. If you enter with fear, you may meet fear. If you enter with curiosity and clarity, you may meet teachers, guides, or even other versions of yourself. The dream world is not bound by the same rules as this one. It bends, it shifts, it reflects, and sometimes it reveals. And maybe that's the deeper purpose of lucid dreaming. Not just to fly like a superhero or explore endless landscapes, but to remember that reality itself might be just as flexible. That what we call waking life might be another dream, only one we've become very attached to. Because if you can wake up inside a dream, what if one day you wake up inside this life? What if lucidity doesn't stop when the alarm clock rings? What if the real secret of lucid dreaming is that it trains us to wake up, to see through the illusions we live in every day? So tonight, when you close your eyes, pay attention. Look at your hands. Ask yourself if you're dreaming. You may find that the doorway opens sooner than you think. And when it does, remember, you're not just entering a dream. You may be stepping into another reality entirely.